I'm Lakshmi Prasanna, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Welcome to the lecture series of image processing. In this session, we will discuss about morphological image processing. So this is our fifth module. So before going to the actual module, we will see what are different definitions and terminologies that will be useful to understand the concepts in this fifth module. So the topics that are available in this fifth module are, so the first topic is preliminaries, and next we are going to see about dilution and erosion, so opening and closing. So all these are some simple topics, and next we will discuss about this hit or miss transformation. Then we will see some basic morphological algorithms that will be applied on the image for image analysis. And next, we will come across this image segmentation. So in this image segmentation, we are going to cover different subtopics like detection of discontinuities, edge linking and boundary detection, thresholding, and region-based segmentation. So all these are different topics we are going to learn in this module 5. So let us have the knowledge about some important terminologies and definitions from module 5. So first one is define morphological image processing. So what is meant by morphological image processing? So this is actually the module name. So morphological image processing involves the application of mathematical morphology techniques to process and analyze the structure and form of objects within an image. So what is dilution in morphological image processing? So in this morphological image processing unit, next we are going to learn about the concept which is called dilution. So what is meant by dilution means it is also one of the morphological operation that expands the boundaries of objects in the image. So we are going to learn this dilution concept by relating the boundaries of an image, making them larger. Define erosion in the context of image processing. So what is meant by erosion? Erosion is the morphological operation that shrinks the boundaries of objects in the image, making them smaller. So this dilution and erosion both are related to boundaries of the image, but in order to apply analysis on the boundaries of the image, if it is dilution, it is making the boundaries larger. If it is erosion, it makes the boundaries smaller during image analysis. And next, what is opening in morphological operation? So opening is one of the term. So what is the term in this morphological operation means? Opening is a sequence of an erosion, then followed by the dilution. And generally this opening is used to remove small objects or noise present in the image during image analysis. State the purpose of closing in morphological image processing. So here it is opening. Okay. So here another term is closing. So closing is also one of the sequence of dilution followed by erosion, which is used to fill small holes and gaps in the image. So this opening is used to remove the noise available in the image, whereas this closing is used to fill the gaps that are present in the images. And also this opening is followed by, the sequence will be followed by erosion and then dilution. But here in the closing, dilution then followed by erosion. So what is the hit or miss transformation? So what is meant by hit or what is meant by hit? Miss. So the hit or miss transformation is one of the morphological operation which is used for shape detection in binary images, identifying specific patterns. So for these two purposes, we are going for this hit or miss transformation. Next. So list some of the basic morphological algorithms. So here some of the basic morphological algorithms are, one is boundary extraction, and next one is hole filling, thinning, thickening, and skeletonization. All these comes under basic morphological algorithms. Next, image segmentation. So define image segmentation. So what is meant by image segmentation? It is the process of dividing an image into multiple segments, or it can also be called as regions. So what is the purpose of dividing the single image into multiple segments means, in order to simplify such that all the changes can be easily represented, okay, and also it will be more meaningful. That means in which segment noise will be available, to which segment that region belongs to. So the analysis will be very easy. So what is the purpose of detection of discontinuities in image processing? So what is the advantage if we detect the discontinuity in the image processing? So it is the detection of discontinuities aims to identify the abrupt changes in the intensity, such as edges, corners, and points. So identifying the differences in all these concepts is called identifying the discontinuities. And next, state the significance of edge linking in image segmentation. So in the image segmentation concept, what is meant by edge linking? So edge linking is important for connecting the edge points identified during edge detection to form continuous boundaries of the objects. Next, what is boundary detection? So boundary detection means it is going to identify the edges or contours that define the shape of the objects within an image. So boundary means whatever the shape of the object is, it is going to identify the shape of that particular object representing the boundaries. Define thresholding in the context of image segmentation. So the image is going to be divided into different segments based on this concept of thresholding. So what is meant by that thresholding means, it is a technique used to segment an image by converting grayscale images into binary images. So before going for segmentation, grayscale image will be converted into binary image based on specified intensity value. So this specified intensity value is the threshold value. And next, what is region-based segmentation? So region-based segmentation involves partitioning an image into regions based on predefined criteria. So what is this predefined criteria means? It is going to consider pixel intensity or texture. So whatever, if the number of pixels having the same intensity will be considered as one region, or if the image, part of the image is having same texture, then that particular area will be considered as one region. So define structuring element in morphological processing. So what is meant by this structuring element? Okay, so this structuring element is represented as a matrix and it is used to probe and interact with an image in morphological operation. So here, as it is represented in the form of a matrix, in order to interact with the image, it is going to consider the neighborhood pixels that are available in the matrix for image processing. Next, what is meant by binary image? So binary image is the image consisting of only two types of pixel values. One is 0 and another one is 1. So here 0 represents black and 1 represents white. So for binary image, we can see only two colors, black and white, with the pixel values 0 representing black and 1 representing white. Now, so what is the difference between grayscale images and binary images? So grayscale images contains a pixel values that represents various shades of gray, whereas the binary image contains only 2 pixel values. So here it consists of only 2 pixel values, that is 0. It consists of only 2 pixel values, that is 0 and 1, which represents black and white. Whereas in the grayscale, different values between this range also will be available. So along with black and white, shades of black and white colors will be available in this grayscale images. Define the term morphology in image processing. So morphology in image processing, it refers to the study of shape and structure within the images. So we are going to learn this morphology. We are going to learn about state and structures with the help of the concepts called boundaries, regions, textures. Okay. So here set theory and mathematical operations will be used for mathematical analysis. Next, what is morphological filter? So during this morphology operations, some morphological filters will be used, same as it is one of the type of filter. These filters are also used to reduce the noise during image analysis. So morphological filter is one of the type of filter which is used to process images based on their shapes. Often it is employed to remove the noise or enhance the structures. Next, so define convex hull in the context of image processing. So the convex hull of a shape is the smallest convex shape that completely encloses it. So what is thinning in morphological image processing? So we have seen different subtopics like thinning and thickening. So here what is meant by thinning in morphological image processing? So thinning is one of the morphological operation that is used to reduce the thickness of the objects in the image to a single pixel width. So the width of the pixel will be reduced as it is thinning. So if the pixel is having more amount of thickness, that particular thickness will be reduced into a single pixel width. And next one is define skeletonization. So here skeletonization is a process to reduce the objects in the binary image to their essential structure, typically a single pixel wide representation. Next one is, what is the purpose of morphological gradient? So the morphological gradient highlights the edges of objects in an image by computing the difference between dilution and erosion of the image. So in order to calculate the morphological gradient, the formula, it is going to take the difference between dilution and erosion. And define geodesic reconstruction. So this geodesic construction is also one of the morphological operation that extracts the connected components which are marked by the reference image. And what is meant by morphological smoothing? So here it is the process, morphological smoothing is the process that combines opening and closing operations in order to remove the noise and smooth the objects that are present at the boundaries. And next, state the significance of top hat transformation. So this is one of the transformation. Okay. So this top hat transformation is used to enhance the brightness of the objects on a dark background or vice versa. That means it is going to bright the objects on the dark background, or it is going to reduce the brightness if it is present at the bright background. So revealing what is the purpose means, in order to reveal the features smaller than the structuring element. So what is the watershed algorithm in image segmentation? So while this image segmentation is performed, this is one of the algorithm that can be applied during this segmentation. So the watershed algorithm is the region-based segmentation technique that treats the image like a topographic surface where all the regions are formed by flooding from local minima. Next, define gradient-based segmentation. So all these topics comes under segmentation concept. So define gradient-based segmentation. So gradient-based segmentation involves image gradients to detect the edges and segment the regions based on changes in the intensity. Now, so what is active contour? So this active contours can also be called as snake contour, because if we look at the contours internally, the shape will look like this snake. So what is active contour in image segmentation? So active contours can also be called as snakes. Okay, so the curves will be represented and it seems to be like this. So these are the curves that move within an image to find the object boundaries by minimizing an energy function. Next, define level set method. So what is meant by this level set method? So it is one of the method for it is one of the numerical technique for tracking the shapes and interfaces. Often it is used in image segmentation in order to identify the contours. And what is the purpose of region growing in segmentation? So region growing means first if it is segmented, the image is segmented, it will be divided into two parts. Again, based on the similarity, the objects comes under one region. If that region is extended like that, we can call it as region growing. So region growing is a technique that segments an image by starting from seed point. So starting one is called seed point, and that seed point is extended like that, expanding regions, and it is based on predefined criteria. So region growing. Seed point will have different subnodes. Again, subnode will be having another subnodes. Then we will say that region is growing. Next, define split and merge segmentation. So this split and merge segmentation is a technique that divides an image into regions based on homogeneity and then merges the similar adjacent regions. What is the role of graph-based segmentation? So what is meant by this graph-based segmentation? Graph-based segmentation represents an image as a graph, and it is going to partition the regions by cutting edges based on specific criteria. Next, state the differences between supervised and unsupervised segmentation. So generally to say, supervised means they will be having, it is a labeled data. Unsupervised means it is unlabeled data. So supervised segmentation uses labeled training data to guide the segmentation process, whereas unsupervised means it is going to use the unlabeled data during segmentation. So even though if the data is unlabeled, it is going to consider the intrinsic properties of the image during this segmentation process. Next, define image clustering in segmentation. So what is meant by image clustering? Okay. So image clustering, it is going to group the pixels which is having similar characteristics into clusters. So grouping the pixels which are having similar properties into one group, that group can be called as cluster. And it is often used as one of the process during unsupervised segmentation. So as it is not having any labeled data, during segmentation process, if the pixels are having similar properties, that pixels can be grouped as one group and we can call it as a cluster. So what is K-means algorithm in segmentation? So this K-means algorithm is a clustering method that partitions an image into K number of clusters by minimizing the variance within each cluster. So this is one of the algorithm during the segmentation process. So it is going to divide the image into number of clusters. So define mean shift segmentation. So this mean shift segmentation is a non-parametric clustering technique. So this mean shift algorithm is also one of the clustering technique that iteratively shifts the data points towards the node of a probability distribution. So by using this approach, it is going to perform segmentation. Next, what is superpixel in image segmentation? So superpixel is one of the adjacent pixel, or superpixel is a group of adjacent pixel which will be having similar colors, or it may be having another property like similar intensities, and it is used to reduce the complexity during image segmentation process. Next, define adaptive thresholding. So adaptive thresholding is going to adjust the threshold value for different regions of an image, and how it is going to divide means it is completely dependent on the local properties or by improving the segmentation in varying lighting conditions. And next, what is Otsu's method? It is one of the method which will be providing the automatic thresholding operation that chooses the threshold in order to minimize the intra-class variance of the segmented image. So it will be setting the threshold value automatically. And next is state the purpose of histogram equalization in pre-processing. So what is meant by histogram equalization means histogram equalization enhances the contrast of an image by spreading out the most frequent intensity values, making the features more distinguishable. So we have applied this histogram equalization in our previous modules also. So we know already what is the procedure to apply this histogram equalization. So what happens after applying the histogram equalization? Next, define texture-based segmentation. So this texture-based segmentation, anyway, this also comes under segmentation. It is going to divide the image into different groups. But texture based segmentation means it is completely based on the texture. So texture based segmentation divides the image into regions, and it is going to divide based on the texture patterns. So it uses the features like coarseness, contrast, and also directionality. Next, so what is contour based segmentation? So it can also be called as snake. So contour based segmentation, it will identify and delineates the boundaries of the objects within an image, often using edge detection methods. So this it is going to identify the boundaries that are present inside the image. And next, define morphological reconstruction. So this morphological reconstruction is a process that modifies an image. It is based on the marker image and structuring element, preserving the shape of the objects. So during this reconstruction process, the shape of the objects will be preserved. What is marker image in morphological processing? So what is meant by this marker image means it is used as the reference image in morphological reconstruction. So why it is used as the reference means in order to guide the modification of another image. Next, state the differences between global and local thresholding. So global thresholding uses the single threshold value for entire image, with local thresholding adjusts the threshold for different regions based on local properties. And so next one is define edge map in segmentation. So the edge map is the binary image that highlights the locations of edges detected within an original image. Next, what is gradient image? Gradient image represents the rate of change of intensity at each pixel by highlighting the edges and transitions within the image. Next one is define binary morphology. So binary morphology involves applying morphological operations to the binary images. So we have seen what is meant by binary image. Typically, it is used for shape analysis and object recognition. And next one is what is multi-scale segmentation. So this multi-scale segmentation is a process in an image at multiple scales or resolutions to capture both large and small features. So this is one of the technique to capture large and small features that are present in the image. State the importance of connectivity in morphological processing. So what is meant by connectivity? So this connectivity, it defines how pixels are connected to their neighborhoods. Okay. So how pixels are connected to the neighborhoods, and this connectivity is essential for determining the object boundaries and regions in morphological operations. So all these are some of the important definition and terminologies related to this module 5, that is morphological operations. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.